Greetings, greetings, beautiful people, and thank you for tuning in to Movement Medicine Morsels. In case this is your first time, here we do gentle movements done with mindfulness and coordinated with breathing. And gentle is the operative word. We don't strain or force. In fact, we want to go inside and really investigate what is small, authentic, comfortable, and pleasant. And that's where the magic happens. That's where the energy flows. And that's where we are pain free and full of pleasure in our movement. Keeps us young, mobile, and full of joy. So let's begin by sitting up nice and tall. I'm going to move back just a tiny bit. And I invite you in your seat to plant your feet on the ground. Feel your feet for a moment. Feel what they feel. Notice their sensations. And do the same with your sit bones. You might even want to rock a little bit. Just feel your sit bones and let your awareness drop into what they're feeling. Is the chair seat soft, cushioned, firm? And take all of that in. Now that we have this lovely foundation, we rise up through the crown of the head, elongating the throat, the whole spine, and feel that connection up to your own personal soul star. Think of a chakra or an energy center above you that helps to organize your emotional alignment as well as your physical alignment. As we do this, let's rise our shoulders up. Take a breath in through the nose and slow, smooth exhalation as the shoulders flow down and rest. The spine stays tall. Inhale, those shoulders rise up to the ears. Exhale, they melt down so smoothly. If there's any shakiness, that is gold mine. That means that there's something there that will benefit from this mindful movement. We're also re-educating habituated patterns. Don't we do a lot of things just every day without thinking about them? So here we get a chance to frame them in freshness. Okay, hands on the belly, a little bit of breath awareness, another important component in this practice. Exhale through the mouth, softly let all the air out. See if you can feel your belly drawing your hands towards your spine. And inhale through the nose, direct that energy right into the belly. And feel the belly expand forwards, taking your hands with it. Exhaling, notice the change in shape, smoothly, gently, naturally. And when it's your turn to inhale, feel the change in shape, the expansion. Circulating oxygen and circulating life force energy. We're calling it chi or prana. And being in touch with slow, smooth, gentle flowing breath is guaranteed to relax our nervous systems, to give us more nourishment for our cells, and settles our emotions, brings us into a state of ease. So we like to have these foundations in place, whatever we're going to do in any of these sessions, or I would even say whatever you're going to do movement-wise, whether yoga, going for a walk, or even going to sit at your computer in a new, fresh way. So we know where our roots are. We know where our suspension and elongation is. We call this vertical alignment for short. You know where your foundation is, you know where your lift is, and those two energies together are traveling up and down through the body, and they help us with a beautiful posture. We also have lovely smooth breathing, which we've just done, and we maintain a lighthearted, soft smile, which keeps us in touch with positive emotions and positive hormones, which also a wonderful way to affect the inner workings of our bodies. So now with these basics in place, we're going to enter into Pawanmuktasana. which is a Sanskrit word for freeing the energy throughout the body. We're primarily interested in freeing energy and lubricating our joints. So these movements also follow anatomical movements. They follow the natural law of how our body is made. So we're working with the skeleton, and when we move the skeleton, we're affecting our connective tissue, our fascia, our lubricating tissues, and we're doing it with a smile, slow, smooth breathing, with a feeling of being connected above and below, and that gives us the most beautiful effects. We're also looking for ease, not for end range of movement. We want it comfortable. We want to bring ease and flow back into our bodies, or maybe for the first time, feel ease and flow. So we've got our vertical alignment. That's one movement of the spine. Take a moment and just notice how you're feeling now. You might want to move just a little bit, wiggle a little bit, see, do you feel stiff, lubricated? Do you know that there's maybe a glitchy part of your body? And just hold all of that very lightly. Come back to your vertical alignment, and now with the breath and with sweetness, let's do some movements. I'll move back a little bit more. We'll come into flexion and extension of the spine. So exhaling, the waistline moves back. This lets you round your chin and shoulders forward. And as you inhale, the small of the waist comes forward. This lets you open up the front body, throat, and chest. And just nice and easy. Try starting small and gentle. And maybe if you're not used to moving small, just taste this for a little bit. Very gentle, performing the movement, but making it small and full of ease. And if you want, you can stay in the smallness and the delight, or you can take it a little bit deeper if your body is comfortable with that. Don't bully your body with your mind, saying that, oh, bigger is better, because that is not the way it works. That's often where we get into trouble. We can tighten ourselves up by pushing. You're practicing in the privacy of your own home, so it doesn't matter what it looks like. It matters what it feels like. And let this be pleasant. There can be a point where the movement feels like it is moving you, and that's a lovely flowing feeling. Okay, let's bring that gently to a close. And in the same spirit, we're going to twist. Let's twist gently, thinking about the belly button. Even place your fingers on your belly button or your hands and turn the belly button a little bit to one side as you exhale and come back slowly as you inhale. No discomfort in the lower back. Just enough turn that you are turning in a very pleasurable way. Now, you may notice that when you turn the belly button, it's possible that the shoulders might turn a little bit more, and the neck might even turn a little bit more than that. But all of this is really gentle. So I'm starting to feel a little twinge in my lower, in my SI, sacroiliac joint. So I'm going to follow my own advice and make the movement just a little bit subtler. Okay, there's a place where I can feel the movement and there's not one whisper of displeasure from my SI joint. That's an important place. All right, let that come to a gentle close. And we're going to do the sides, but what we're going to do for the side body is we're going to lift the hip. So I'm actually lifting my heel and my buttock and draw that armpit down a little bit. Can you see how that one side got short? And guess what? That means the other side, even up into the neck, gets longer. And we'll do that side about 3 or 4 times. So let's exhale when we shorten the one side and allow the other side to lengthen, and slowly come to neutral and rest at the end. Exhale, squish a little bit. Inhale, relax slowly and really rest at the end. And about one more. Exhale, again, comfortable, and release. Ah, notice how that feels and get ready for the second side. Now, because this movement is a little bit quirky, it may not be something you often do. Let's break it down again. So on the other side, you lift the heel and the hip. There's room under that buttock. And then the same armpit comes down. You can see how the ear curves as well. So this whole side of the body has shortened, and that means this side has lengthened. Now, on an inhalation, gently, smoothly allow that to resolve back. Let it sink and rest. And then exhale, bring that one side shorter, and then slowly relax out of it. And one or two more. And when you're finished with that, let yourself rest. And just feel, maybe move around a little bit. You can wiggle a little bit. And let's take a circle with our shoulders, inhaling up and back. And again, not forcing this, exhaling down and coming forward. So once again, we don't want any tightness. We don't want any discomfort. If there are any twinges, just make the movement smaller and trust this advice. I know sometimes mentally it can be alarming, but what good will come of it if I'm doing it really small? Well, this is your opportunity to try it out, to be open, to let go of expectations, and to maybe find out something new that really works for you, or say, I was willing to try something, and yeah, it's okay, but it's not for me, and that kind of openness. Now let's mix it up. One shoulder makes its whole circle, and then inhaling comes up the other shoulder, exhale down and around. And let this figure eight take your body along with it. Keep thinking about that original vertical alignment where the crown of your head connects to something higher in the sky and the base of your spine and feet connect to the earth. But along with that, if any other parts of your body want to twist, move, and flow, allow that to happen. And then bring that to a gentle resolve. See how that feels. And take your middle fingers or index fingers or even both and find the prominent bones of the skull just behind the ears, and lightly press up there. So we're creating a length in the neck. And now from here, very small circles, the skull circling tall on the neck. We're not compressing the neck. We're really noticing the feeling of vertical alignment in the neck. And let's go a few times in the opposite direction. Repatterning how the neck and the weight of the skull react together, and maybe take one or two with the fingers down, but as though the fingers are still there. That lovely freedom in the neck. Okay, and now let's do the hands. We're going to inhale and pull our fingers in, and exhale, shoot them out. You can even do this on your thighs. Inhale, pull them in. Exhale, shoot them out. Inhale, pull them in nice, small, and curled, and shoot them out. And one more time. Inhale, pull in. Exhale, shoot them out. And now shake them out a little bit. Shake them out, shake them out. And we use our hands a lot on computers. We use our hands a lot for cooking, for massaging, whatever we like to do. Our hands are magnificent. So let's do a little something for our wrists. We've done something for our fingers. Let's interlace our hands, and to start with, bend the wrists. So you see one wrist is getting a bend at the back and the other is getting a bend at the palm side. And just switch and go gently. You can have your hands down a little lower, wherever they're comfortable, I have them up here because I wanted you to kind of see what's happening. So we're doing a bend one way and a bend the other way, just gently and again, smoothly, flowingly. Remember, smile is part of the formula. Vertical alignment is part of the formula. Smooth, gentle breathing. And now with the palms continuing to touch, we're going to circle our wrists. And this requires some suppleness and allowing in the elbows and the shoulders. You may even find your spine wants to get in on it because we're not here to isolate parts of the body. We're putting a little highlight on a body part, but we're allowing everything else to echo. Go the other way a few times. This might even be a nice little thing to do for 30 seconds or a minute if you're sitting a long time at the computer. Find your vertical alignment, take a couple of breaths and smile, and do a little bit for your wrists. That could be a lovely break that will refresh you. And bring this to a close and just shake out a little bit, shake out a little bit, shake out a little bit. We'll continue in the chair. I'm going to change my camera a little bit so you can see, and we'll finish with a bit of standing for those who'd like to stand. But sometimes it's nice to have something you can do at the office, or maybe you don't have the strength to stand and you just really want to stay sitting in a chair. So we're going to start with one leg. We're going to sweep the thigh a little out to the side and then back in. Maintain your vertical alignment, and you can even hold onto the chair. Now, as I slide my thigh out, I'm putting a little bit more weight on the standing side, and I'm just moving my thigh out enough that it feels comfortable and I'm not overdoing it. And I'm letting my pelvis go along with it if it wants to. Let's bring that to a close and then stretch that heel out. Lift the toes up and now very gently roll the thigh in and out. I'm going to scoot further forward on my chair so my sit bones are supported, and just a little bit of waving the thigh in and out very, very, very gently, very gently. And then bring that leg back in, just see how things feel, and we'll do that on the other side. So sitting up nice and tall, hold the seat if you like, slide the thigh out. Don't think about the foot or the knee, trust that they will come along with the thigh. Remember, you might find it more comfortable. You lean into the supporting side just a bit. Just find where it works for you. There are no rules of you must stay upright and isolate the leg. Remember, we're working on focusing on one movement and allowing whatever else needs to come in to support that movement permission. And then sliding the foot out, pulling up the toes, and just a little bit of rolling in and out, adjusting yourself on the seat so there's freedom to do this. You can even smile at your wonderful leg, give it some love with your eyes. And then slide that back in, see how that feels. And we're going to exhale, round the back, lift under a thigh, curl in a little bit, and inhale, put the foot down and take a little calm back bend. Exhale, first thing that happens is the waistline goes back and you're coming under the thigh with your hands and lifting up. We'll do two more of those. Exhaling, slow and smooth. And maybe one more. Exhaling. And let's go right to the other side. Exhale, waistline comes back. Inhale slowly, smoothly, as though you're not the doer, as though you are being breathed and moved. You're flowing. Remember, we're opening up the flow in our joints. One more for me, maybe for you too. And see how that feels. And then lean back just a little bit in your chair, have your thighs supported, and lift your feet a little bit. And we're going to do some easy ankle circles. Hold on to whatever you want. If you've got a back on your chair, you can lean on that and keep your hips as relaxed as possible. And we'll circle in the opposite direction. And then just jiggle, shake out. And now for anyone who wants to come and stand up, you're very welcome to join me in a standing portion. If you wish to continue to work seated, well, you can certainly do that. So here we go. Vertical alignment if you've come to standing, refresh your vertical alignment if you're enjoying seated. A little bit of shaking, just gently. Remember, we're loosening things up today. We're exploring what treasure there is in smallness. You don't have to always go big. Just shake out, jiggle a little bit. And let that come to a natural finish, vertical alignment, little bit of twisting, and letting the hips go a little further by lifting up the heel. If you're on the chair, you can experiment with rocking to one sit bone and playing with finding a comfortable way to let your pelvis rock. And if you prefer to keep your pelvis in place on the chair, then your twists are just going to be a little bit smaller and subtler. That's all. And let this come to a gentle finish. Take a moment and see how you're feeling. See if there's anything that's changed for you from doing some very simple, tiny, gentle movements for the spine and for some of our joints, and see if that makes a difference. Why might we want to do joint freeing exercises? And now a flow. We're going to bring our hands into holding a ball of chi, bending the knees a little bit if you're standing. Exhale. Inhale, the ball of chi expands a little bit. The legs straighten a little bit. And exhale, we bring the ball of chi back to its smaller size. If you're in the chair, you're focusing on the expansion of the ball and the space between your hands. If you're standing, you're also using the legs. Exhale, we're getting a little bit bigger. Inhale, exhale, no higher than shoulder height for this one today. Inhale, and now on the exhalation, we rotate our arms, palms up, bend the knees if you're standing. Inhale, embrace the sky, lift from the center of your being, and exhale, pour the blessings down through your body. Take as many breaths as you need. You're showering your body inside and out, and then releasing. On an exhale, collect the light again. Inhale, one expansion to about shoulder height, big ball of energy. Exhale, relaxing. Inhale from the earth, rising up to the heavens. Really feel your vertical alignment. And then exhale, let your hands guide the cleansing light through every cell, every part of your body, clearing, sifting, and anything old pours out. Let's do one more today. Exhale, collecting. Inhale, filling, expanding. Exhale, relaxing. Inhale, joining earth and sky, big round gesture. And exhale, pouring the light, the healing medicine all the way through you, feeling it. Maybe there are parts of your body that are really appreciating getting a little bit of a clearing and a cleanse. And then whatever's no longer needed pours out through the soles of your feet to be recycled by the earth, and you're left clearer, fresher, And let's finish by stepping the feet together and folding the hands over the low belly. Let those shoulders relax and feel that connection to your soul star above through your posture and your mind, to the center of the earth through your feet and mind. And let yourself smile and feel the breath flowing with ease, without obstacles, expanding the belly as you inhale and letting the belly feel its natural relaxation as you exhale. Notice how you feel. Notice if you feel different or what might be new or changed since you began. And even since I asked you to take a little look near the beginning, how you were feeling, does anything for you feel a little freer? Do any of your joints feel a little bit more alive or more lubricated? And of course, as always, if you feel like writing a little bit in the comments box, I always love to hear from you, and many, many blessings to you. We'll see you next time at Movement Medicine Morsels. Bye for now.